start recording now. Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees who have joined here and those who are going to watch the recording live later. Today's session is going to be 40 minutes only because, as I was saying, the paid Zoom account is yet to be fixed. There is some issue which I was testing. So another devotee is fixing it for me. Hopefully, we will have that very soon. Meanwhile, I welcome everyone back because I was away and some of the devotees were still wondering. And because these sessions, Saturday morning sessions, are mainly started in UK, and other devotees, whether in Saudi, in Dubai, in Paris, in India, the time changes a bit in between here and there due to the travel sometimes, due to the summer time, because when I was away, then the British summer time actually got changed to GMT, so that an hour also upset few devotees. So some devotees were in touch that why the session didn't happen last week, but it did. So hopefully this timing every Saturdays we will meet. Krishna's mercy. And what we've been doing Shri Ishopanishad. Shri Ishopanishad is one of those four scriptures, part of the Bhakti Shastri course, which Srila Prabhupada ji started. And even in Vedic culture, if you think about, there are lots and lots of devotees, Hindus in general, if I say, their surname is Shastri. So originally that used to be the degree they did. So Adhyatmik, the spiritual degree they did. And based on that, they were called, like if somebody will do engineering now, they are called engineering. If somebody will do doctor, they are called doctor. So similarly, those spiritually who used to study so much, limited amount, they will be given the upadhi, the designation of Shastri. So Srila Prabhupada ji kind of rejuvenated the same concept, where if we do these four books, then we will become Bhakti Shastri. And that Bhakti Shastri course does Bhagavad Gita, which we have already done it. Second, we are almost at the end of Shri Ishopanishad. These two, so one Bhagavad Gita is part of Mahabharata, and second Shri Ishopanishad is part of the Updesha myth, like all the Upanishads, 108 Upanishads, then 10 major, and one of them Srila Prabhupada decided, because this is the one which is direct about Krishna, the Lord, Ishwar. Then we have two more, which hopefully Krishna permits, we will go through later, Nectar of Devotion and Nectar of Instruction, and I will discuss a bit more on those two. So that's the plan. Now, in Shri Ishopanishad, there are 18 mantras, and we have completed 15, and today we will start 16th mantra. So, as I said, some other devotees who join later, but we will start because we need to finish on time, which we always do. Hare Krishna. This is all due to the blessings and the hard work of Srila Prabhupada ji, who put together commentaries for all of us, so we could understand that. Otherwise, these scriptures were available in Sanskrit, in different languages, and Srila Prabhupada ji went through a lot of different commentaries and put together this commentary. So he never said that this is my commentary. He said this is a commentary of the acharyas. This is a commentary of the whole disciple succession, the whole Guru Parampara. So all those previous acharyas before him who have given their commentaries in different languages and separately, he put all them together and they are here in his commentary. So that's where it is. He never raised his hand to say this is my commentary. He always said this is Guru Parampara, and that's what devotees love to do. So before we begin the session, let's do Mangalacharan, which is for the auspiciousness. And again, as a part of the Vedic culture, whenever we do anything auspicious, we pray to the Lord, and based on which part of India we are in. And it's actually a global, even if we are part of different religions, some sort of Mangalacharan, which is auspiciousness, due to the offering given to your guru, the Lord, and the devotees, always there. So this is what we will do. This is the standard what we follow. So feel free to join me. We will recite these, and then we will start our Shri Ishopanishad mantra 16 today. So with that, Om. अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानजनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुन् श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथवितं तं सजीवम् साधुवैतं सवादुतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखावितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम
हरे
राम
राम
हरे
हरे
हरे।
हरे
शिल प्रभुपाद की
की
जय।
जय
गुरुदेव महाराज की जय।
की जय
जय जय श्री
श्री
राधे।
राधे
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for everyone in joining in. Very briefly, Shri Ishopanishad, what we've been doing, we have done the invocation mantra, which Srila Prabhupada ji used it very first time. And since then, it's been part of the Shri Ishopanishad commentary. And we always do Om Purnamada Purnamidam Krishna is Purn. We have emanated, originated, have come from Krishna, and we are also Purn. We are also complete, and we are complete in quality, but not in quantity. So, just like a drop of water from the ocean, same quality in that one drop if you compare with the ocean, but if you compare the quantity, it's completely different. You would have never able to do any kind of comparison between these two in quantity. But quality, the similar thing between us and the Lord. Lord is Satyachit Anand and we are Satyachit Anand, eternal conscious bliss. And that's what we are. We just need to realize it. We just need to have self-realization. That's what we are working towards. Mantra first is that it's a Ishavasim principle. Everything belongs to Krishna. If you remember that, so thank you to Krishna. Krishna has given us our parents. Krishna has given us our partners. Krishna has given us our children. And of course, based on our own karmas, our own previous actions, we got it now. For example, a student will prepare very nicely for the exams, and based on the hard work, we'll get the results. Similar thing happens with us. We get glasses, and we cannot blame anyone else because we didn't take care of the glasses. We didn't take care of our eyes. Hence, we got the glasses. So, Ishavasim principle, everything belongs to Krishna. And then if we live with that principle, we will always live in harmony. Hence, the whole purpose is that devotees would like to live blissfully, and that's how we could do it. If we dedicate everything to Krishna, that Krishna, thank you so much. You have given this to us. Not that I went out, I did the studies, I got the qualification, I got the job, I got the promotion, I got the money, I bought it. No, thank you, Krishna. You have given me, and Krishna has said it in chapter 15, verse 15. So Bhagavad Gita 15:15, Sarvasya Chaham Hriday Sannavishto. I'm sitting in the heart of everyone. And then Apohanam Jnanam, Jnana. So I give the knowledge to everyone, right? And then Krishna says, I give the knowledge of almost everything you think of, whatever we do is coming from Krishna, and we can directly relate to that. So if we live a Ishavasim principle, good. If we don't, disharmony. That's mantra 1, 2, and 3. Then mantra 4 to 8, that Krishna could be understood by only spiritual vision, not by material vision. And then 9 to 11, right and wrong vidya, the understanding, the knowledge which we need to understand Krishna and the things which are happening in our life. How do we want to understand? We want to understand from this 9, 10, 11. What's good? What's bad? We need to have that viveka. We need to have that wisdom, because after that we will able to make decisions in our life, right? We are driving a car, and at place we reach, we need to take left or right. Both of them claim to reach the destination, but we would like to know which route is better. How we will get the wisdom? There are lots of ways to get the wisdom. We can navigate through on internet, we can research it through, we can just check the GPS, or we could ask those who been on those. And this is what we call the senior Vaishnavas. They already been through these routes. They have made the mistakes. Hence, they are the perfect people to guide us, right? And that's how we make our own decisions. Of course, based on our own realization, our own experience, our own knowledge, but also rely heavily on Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. So Guru is a teacher, and there are two kind of teachers. Our spiritual teacher who will give us Diksha, officially joined an institute. But then we have a lot of Siksha Gurus when we learn from each other, right? So in these sessions, when we learn from each other, we are each other's Siksha Guru. And what both the Gurus will do, both the Gurus will take towards Krishna, take towards the absolute reality, which is Krishna. And then Guru Sadhu. What are sadhus? Sadhus are group of senior Vaishnavas, and these enlightened beings, they are there to guide us whenever we need their guidance. They don't need anything in return. They come out just because they have the love for us. They feel our sorrow, and they know we are struggling, and they are the ones who will come out and say, oh, we would like to help you. The only thing is we need to, they will stretch their hand towards us. We need to stretch our hand as well to reach to them. That's it. They are so close to us. And then Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, the scriptures. We understand scriptures by the help of Guru and Sadhu. And that's what we are trying to do now, studying systematically Shri Isopanisad by the commentaries given by Srila Prabhupada. And then mantra 12 to 14, if we see, where we have the right and wrong upasana, that what kind of worship we should do. We can worship Lord Ganesha, Lord Shiva, any demigod, but what's the purpose behind it? What do we do and what do we want? Impersonal worship is also there. Should we do it? Should not we do it? How we should do it? We have discussed all that in mantra 12 to 14. And then you will see mantra 9, 10, 11, they are very consistent. The way they've been discussed, they are very consistent with mantra 12, 13, and 14. So mantra 12 is very similar to 9 in its style. Mantra 13 is similar to 10, and mantra 14 is concluding these three. Similarly, mantra 11 is concluding 9, 10, and 11. Now we are at the end, last verses, 4 mantras, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have done 15, and now we are going to do the 16. We will start today 16, and 16 we will see these verses. So we got the knowledge, and we found out how to worship Lord. But even if we are doing everything right, we cannot claim anything. We cannot claim and ask and force Krishna to come. Krishna will come just because Krishna is merciful, right? It's like social workers do a lot of social work. And one day, maybe the prime minister, president, queen, the king, someone will recognize and give a medal, or give, like in UK, we have OBE title. But we can never, no social worker could ever say, I've done so much social service, I deserve this. No, it's always at the discretion of the committee who going to decide. Similarly, it doesn't really matter how much hard work we'll do. It doesn't really matter how many months, years we will worship. At the end of the day, it's the mercy of the Krishna who will accept us. But we need to remember we need to do our hard work, and that's what we emphasize on. But at the same time, we do need to understand what kind of prayers we do. Right? So worship could be upasana, worship could be a karma kand as well. If we are doing it for material gain, let me pass my exams, let me win this game, let me win a lottery, let me get a nice partner, let me get a lot of other things which we try materially. Any of those, if we pray, if we worship, then all these worship and all these prayers will be material. They are not counted as spiritual. Hence, along with what we do, what are the intentions behind what we do matters probably more than what we do. So if someone is helping someone and everybody will look and wow, that the person is so great. Look at him. He's always helping. But what is the intentions behind? Is the person helping others so everybody would know and try to praise him? Or maybe he's trying to get one of those titles? Or maybe he has some hidden agenda. He has something else in his mind. So, or if somebody is helping just because he understands that everyone's Krishna's devotees and we should always serve everyone, and there is no benefit expected in the mind in return favor, nothing, just do for the sake of it. So now we're going to go further. We've seen them. Right. Okay. The revision which we have done in Mantra 15, we try to understand the three aspects of absolute truth. And mine at 15, 16, 17, 18, they are very similar in theme. They fall into the same theme of the prayer to Krishna to reveal himself, right? Requesting, please, could you come? And they are many different ways we can understand. We have seen before some of the names here. If we see, we have right. Even before that, we have discussed that Krishna, the absolute reality, as it says in Bhagavad Gita as well, could be understood in three ways. One is the Brahman realization, second one is Paramatma, and the third one is Bhagwan. It's as similar to the sun analogy that the sun is there, and that's Bhagwan. Then sun radiations falling on everyone, that's Paramatma, Param Atma in everyone. So sun's radiations falling on everyone, but at the same time, sun's radiations falling on me as well. And that's what we call Brahman realization. That is the first realization. For example, Gautam Buddha, Swami Vivekananda, they will say, I'm a self-realized. Well, I don't think they did. So, Gautam Buddha, of course, said, I'm awake, which meant that I'm self-realized now. But that was, I am self-realized, which meant that I have understood now the sunlight falling on me is coming from sun. Like, I am part and parcel of Krishna. That's what he understood. And now, what will happen after that? All his actions, all his thoughts will be based on that. So, and then second phase, when we understand that sunlight is falling not only on me, but for everyone, that means Brahman is not only in me, Brahman is there in everyone as in the form of Paramatma. So we have Atma and we have Paramatma. So my Atma, individual just to me, Paramatma, everyone's uh, in the form of Vishnu Bhagwan, in the form of what we'll see here, Shirodakshaya Vishnu. It stays in everyone's. And this is, if you want, we can try to see. Let me just see. If we, I think we have seen this before. Shirodakshaya Vishnu. And then we have, okay, yeah, we go Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and then we have Karnodakshaya Vishnu. So this is referring back to the series of Goloka chart which we did, so the new joiners would not know it. But we did where we said that Vishnu Bhagwan, there's one Vishnu Bhagwan who is laying down, and from the body, from the pores of his body, the universe is Brahmand coming out, and every Brahmand has his own Vishnu, from whose navel a lotus comes, and on top of the lotus, Brahmaji is there. First Vishnu is Karnadakshay, second Vishnu is Garbhodakshay, and then Vishnu make everything exist. And for that, Vishnu takes another form, which is Shirodakshay Vishnu, and Shirodaksha Vishnu is also called Paramatma, and stays in everything, not only every being, but in everything. So even in the stone, there is Paramatma. And that's there are three forms of that. So that's been understood here. And Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Shiva is also another three ways we try to establish. So there are three ways to establish three ways of Krishna. One is Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagwan. Second, Karnodakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and Shirodakshay Vishnu, and then Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. So we have discussed all that. So we'll move on. We did discuss this as well in the last mantra 15, that materially we have 24 material elements. And these are the ones we discussed last time. If anybody missed it, those recordings are there on the channel. The whole point of spirituality is to go beyond this, because this is the material body. We are spirit soul. How can we see if we will go beyond this body? And then how we can go beyond, right? That's where the mantra 15, Hiranyamane Patrena Satya. So some of the words, and I don't have word-to-word translation, which is available in Veda base. Veda based website, I will share that. Otherwise, on Google, if you just put Veda base, you will find it. Then Shri Upanishad, and then mantra 16, 15, and 16. So 15 said Brahm Jyoti, regarding about the Brahm Jyoti, that Brahm Jyoti is making me dazzled. Please let me go beyond it so I can see your beautiful face. That's mantra 15. Now, mantra 16 is where we said portion. Like who is taking care of everyone? Of course, Krishna, the Ishwar, the God, but in the form of Vishnu. Vishnu is always considered as a maintainer. So Brahmaji is the creator, Vishnu is the maintainer, and Shiva is the destroyer whenever required. And because Lord Vishnu is the maintainer, we in Sanskrit we call it Poshana. And then what it says, and I wonder if anyone, Gahan, would you like to read the English translations written in red, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
O my Lord, O primeval philosopher, maintainer of the universe, O regulating principle, destination of the pure devotees, well-wisher of the progenitors of mankind, please remove the effulgence of your transcendental rays so that I can see your form of bliss. You are the eternal supreme personality of Godhead, like unto the sun, as am I.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so very much. So the word transcendental is the one where we said we would like to be above the three mode of natures. Three mode of natures are mode of ignorance, mode of passion, and mode of goodness. So of course, if we are in ignorance, we will say try to be in passion and in satgun, which is the goodness. And if somebody is always in passion, we say try to calm down. It's good to have passion, but only when required, right? If you want to win a race, you just don't want to do the sprints every day, but yeah, do practice. But when you have the match, that's the time to show your passion. And then limited time, limited energy, channel through your positive energy through the medium of passion, and try to be in goodness most of the time, and avoid mode of ignorance completely. But even once somebody is there 24/7 in mode of goodness, now the devotees will try to go even beyond it. When devotees will see good things, but will not do because they want to be in mode of goodness, they will just do because that's what their nature is. They can't help it. And that happens. And one of my friends in London, so her mother was there with us, and so we were just chatting. So the way it goes that half of the family is vegetarian, half of the family is non-vegetarian. And then I asked the mother, saying that who is vegetarian now, that have you always been vegetarian or did you leave it? And she said, no, I was non-vegetarian, and I said to myself that when I will turn 50, I will become vegetarian. But then she said, very interesting thing. She said, around 40, it just happened. I started reading Bhagavad Gita and all that. I just had to leave. I didn't want to leave non-vegetarian. I just had to leave. It was just a calling. I wanted to because I really miss the taste and all. I wanted to eat non-vegetarian, but I just couldn't because I made my mind up that at 50 I will leave for health benefits or being spiritual because most of the people think in old age we should be. But she said that at 40, I don't know what happened, but I just left. And since then, I'm vegetarian. So this calling is there. And that is not because she did it for someone else. And then this is what the devotees become. Whether they want it or not, they will be helping others. Not because they want to, it's just that that's what their nature is. And that's the reason senior devotees, they are always there in the service of others. So we will see in this mantra that how Prabhuji, Chaitanya Charan Prabhuji, and then we will see Radhesham Prabhuji as well, how they have explained. So I always use I use three different channels, three different presentations, and put them together in one. Very similar to what Srila Prabhupada did it. But of course, Srila Prabhupada had his own summary, but I just repeat what I've heard from these great leaders in the movement. So, right, okay, got the message. 10 minutes left. Chaitanya Charan Prabhuji. And so, like always, in one slide, the whole mantra has been summarized, where Sanskrit word at the front, and then the English. Beyond Brahman is Bhagwan, and Brahman is what we saw, the effulgence. And then this is paragraph 1 and 2. If you have the book or if you have online, paragraph 1 and 2 will make this concept clear, that how beyond Brahman is Bhagwan. And then going forward, if we see, we have Kalyanatama, and we will see a bit more in details on each. Bhagwan is the most auspicious realization. Like we have Brahman realization, we have Paramatma realization, but the most auspicious is Bhagwan realization, right? So it happens sometimes. So people say in the corporate world, in the offices, that, oh, that person is good. And then sometimes they add, well, the person is great here in office, but you tell you what, the person is even better if you will meet him or her outside the office, because then you're going to see the true nature. Because in office, people will be very professional. But when you meet somebody outside, maybe in their home or your home or somewhere socializing, the true nature of the people come out. It's the same thing where Lord Krishna will take the form of Lord Vishnu to do something, but that's a duty. But when we meet Lord Krishna at Lord Krishna's house, then the true nature of Lord Krishna is there. So we will see that in paragraph 3 and 4. Then portion is so portionam is to maintain. Portion is someone who maintains. How the Lord maintains the devotees and everyone and everything else. Everything and everyone. So not only living beings, but also the things. So somebody said, oh, Corona came and the Lord couldn't do anything. But no, first of all, Lord doesn't intervene if it's our own karma, because that's how we learn, right? So Lord hasn't made us some kind of AI robot that Krishna will just change our software and we will start operating the way Krishna wants us to. We have our own choices to make, but with the choices, we have the responsibilities, and we get what we give. Like what we say, garbage in, garbage out. If you're gonna eat garbage, your body is going to go bad. And that's the important thing to remember when we eat food. What are we eating? So when we eat good, our body will become good. So like somebody eats dosa or samosa, then what happens to that dosa or samosa once we have eaten it? Well, if you think about it, that dosa, all the nutrients in the dosa, all the nutrients in samosa, if there is any in samosa, they become part of us, right? So if there is a spice there, we will feel spicy, right? If there is sweetness in it, we feel sweet. If there is something sweet, our sugar level will go up because the nutrients, the elements in these food items, they become part of us. So that's why we should be very conscious what we are eating. Is it clean? It's unclean? Vegetarian? Non-vegetarian? Did we offer it to the Lord before we have eaten it? Hence, devotees, they usually don't go out to eat because they love to prepare at home whatever they could prepare and they offer it to the God and then they take it as prasad. And we will see when we offer this to Lord, what Lord says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. That offer it to me anything, doesn't really matter. But the only thing is, only request is that please offer with love, right? And this is what we always say to our kids as well. Our parents say the same thing that doesn't really matter how much you do for us, but do only what you can do with your heart, not just for the sake of it, because I'm asking or you want to show off. Just do it with the heart. Put your heart there. So hum asmi, that's the last part of the verse, which is how the living entity is one yet different. And this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhuji introduced that. So this is Achinta Bheda Abheda. So Bheda and Abheda. We are together and at the same time we are different. Right? So we are same, but we are also different. Like we have seen the example of the single drop of water from ocean. Quality is the same, but the quantity is massively different, right? And Srila Prabhupada ji also gave the example which is there in the Upanishads. Milk and yogurt. Yogurt comes from milk. It's milk, but again, if you see the format, it's different. It's yogurt is not milk. Yogurt is yogurt. If somebody cannot digest milk, we call it lactose tolerant. But the same person to have a stable digestion, we say eat yogurt. So the milk is not allowed, but the same milk in a different format, yogurt, it's allowed. So we also say sometimes that what's the difference between how we compare Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva. They're very similar to this. The one is milk and one is yogurt. At the same time, they're exactly the God, the Lord. But of course, the properties, the purpose of their incarnations are different. So that's what we'll see how we are same and how we are different. So this is the whole mantra. This is what we have seen from Chaitanya Charan Prabhuji. And we have only 3-4 minutes left. What thought we will also do Radhe Shyam Prabhuji's because usually we do Radhe Shyam Prabhuji's right at the end. But I thought this time we will do begin, or maybe we go by theme and we will have all three together. But before I do, or maybe it's a good idea to do that next time, we will start the sessions from there. These are great devotees. If you haven't seen them already, please Google them. This is Radhesham Prabhuji from Pune, from IIT background, but obviously been there now for many, many years. And this is Chaitanya Charan Prabhuji. He was also in IIT and he's traveling. He was there in London as well. Myself and Anil Prabhuji had the auspiciousness to seek his blessings in person. And Radhesham Prabhuji also, Radhesham Prabhuji was available on Zoom for us. I attended one of those sessions we did in South London. So any comments, any commentary, anything, any corrections maybe anyone would like to say? That will be really great to hear. Okay, all right. Sometimes I think I keep saying I don't give the chance to others to speak or say something. But it's good that I remember we always have the chat. We always feel free to unmute yourself. Some of the sessions I attend where you cannot unmute yourself, you have to seek permission. But we haven't given any restrictions like that. Feel free to unmute yourself at any time. And we just begin with that. So just to summarize, we will do that again, but I will just show how Radhesham Prabhuji put together in a flow chart. And I think that's the beauty. It's very simple. So Chaitanya Charan Prabhuji, he does one line for multiple purpose, but Radhesham Prabhuji, he does a flow chart. And then, so mantra 16, the whole idea is that it's a relationship of Lord and devotees. And we'll see this. Maybe one thing, if you like to understand from spirituality, is so if we see ABC, we are at a place called A, we want to reach at another place called C, and the B is the route from A to C. That's it. That's how simple the spirituality is. And we are running under a minute. So where we are, we need to know. Where Lord Krishna is, we need to know. And we need to lay down the path we're going to follow. Understand the path. That's it. That will do the whole job for us. So I don't want to finish abruptly. So I will request everyone that please take good care of yourself, and we will meet next week at the same time. We meet Fridays as well for Bhagavad Gita, different timing, but I will post that as well. So take good care of yourself. Thank you so much for your association for joining, and I look forward to have you next time around. So with that, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila
Jai.
Gurudev Maharaj ki jai,
Jai.
jai jai
Jai.
Shri Radhe.
Shri
Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for your presence.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Om.
Hare Krishna.